Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam, and welcome back to the channel. Everyone, my name is Gobind, and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. Make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified of when I go live and when I upload videos. I also invite you to download my free moon astrology guide, which there's a link below in the description to download that guide. It'll tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. It also enters you into my email list, and I send out a weekly moon magic report, which is basically the horoscope for the week, focusing on the moon, but also talking about the major transits that are going on for the week. So it's really nice to get that in your inbox every Wednesday morning. And today we're going to be talking about this full moon in Aquarius that is happening tomorrow. So let me say hi to everybody that's here in the chat, and then we'll dive into the content. I hope you guys are having a beautiful week. Happy Wednesday. And this is going to be quite a powerful astrological reading. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. Hello, Anselin. Welcome in. Hello, Jeanette. Hello, Maricela. Hello, Joni. Hello, Carmelola. Hello, Raessa. Hello, Kim with Sedona Horse Medicine. Hello, Maria. Welcome in. And Shelby, she says moving from Australia. Hey, ready for the illumination of my 12th house. Love that. Awesome. Yeah, this is going to be a really powerful full moon. And what I do in these videos is I go over the general meaning of a full moon in whatever sign it's in. I also talk about the aspects that are going to be going on for that full moon. And I show you the chart actually on the screen. And then I go over the Sabian symbol, the Chandra symbol, and then the gene key or the human design gate, basically, that this moon is in, which gives us even more information, the symbolism behind the energy that we feel. Looking at all of these things for me has been really eye-opening and mind expanding, to look at everything instead of just looking at the astrology, I kind of add all these other things, which brings so much more meaning into the picture. So hello, Rachel, welcome in. Okay, so before we hop into the astrology, and let me get the chart ready for you guys on the screen, I do also want to invite you to, hello Valerie, welcome in, to join my Starseed membership. So I'm actually going to create a meditation video and a journaling PDF for every new and full moon. I also create videos every time a planet switches signs, and I tell you where it's happening in your chart based off of your sun, moon, Venus rising. I also send out tons of content that goes to your inbox, your email, with information about specific transits. The emails go out on the days that those transits are happening, so it gives you like a heads up as to the energy of the day and how you can approach that energy. And I also, when there are special stargates or moon portals or sun portals or any kind of planet portals connecting to the stars, the fixed stars, which is the starseed energy, I send out little rituals that you can do at home and card spreads that you can also do at home to give you some more insight into the energies that are flowing by. We also have live events. We're about to have our next live event. I believe it's this Sunday. And the live event is a group Zoom check-in, a support group for all of us. And I know that I've been really enjoying having these once a month to be able to check in with everyone. And this is something that we get to do on Zoom, which means we get to see each other, and we're building this beautiful community. So thank you all for being a part of it. Hello, Dawn. Welcome in. Let's hop on over to the chart. So this is the chart for the full moon in Aquarius, which is happening tomorrow at exactly 6:35 p.m. I would say this is Pacific, because Arizona is technically connected to Pacific time. So around 7 p.m. tomorrow Pacific, 7, 8, 9, 10, which means it's around 10 p.m. Eastern is when this full moon is happening, which means it's going to be very like bright in the sky because it's the apex is happening basically in the evening into the night. So it's going to be a powerful moonrise and full moon when we see it tomorrow. It's also, I believe, a super moon. So it feels and it looks bigger than a normal full moon in the sky. And that adds to the energy and the frequency of it. Hello, Mary. Welcome in. Okay, so how do we know this is a full moon? Well, you have to look at the sun and you have to look at the moon, and they have to be opposing. Sun is at 19 degrees, 21 minutes tomorrow, and then the moon is at 19 and 21. So they're exactly on opposite ends of the wheel, which tells us, okay, this is a full moon. So thanks, Shelby. What is a full moon? What's the general meaning of a full moon in Aquarius? It is an energy that is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is the planet of change, revolution, shifting, the weird shit, uniqueness, individuality, revolution that comes through the rebel. I wanted to say the rebel is sort of the ruler, the energy of Uranus. It's also sudden things, sudden shifts, unpredictable events, things that happen all of a sudden and they seem to come out of nowhere. And this is an exciting energy, but obviously if we're resisting change, shifting, revolution, kundalini awakenings, that kind of stuff, storms, electric shock, lightning, those kind of things is kind of the energy of Uranus. Their nervous system is also what Uranus rules, or the energy of Aquarius. If you resist that, then obviously you're not really going to have a good time. But this focuses also on our world view, because Uranus and Aquarius energy desires to be different. It's rebellious and unique. And because Uranus right now is conjunct the North Node, it's a huge transit that we've been talking about. This moon is best channeled through the lens of the future, meaning we have to focus on the future. What is coming from here on out? That's what Uranus and Aquarius rules, is the future. Aquarius also represents the people, humanity, the higher mind, or a higher perspective that allows us to see as if from above what is happening to make sense of it. However, because Uranus ruled moon can also be unpredictable, sudden, and uncomfortable, it also awakens us to something new we have never seen before, new energies. This moon is going to challenge us big time to walk away from the past and move forward into the future, even without being clear about what is ahead of us. That's a huge statement right there, by the way. When I start going into what's going on with this moon, you're going to be like, oh my God. Aquarius also rules the 11th house, and the 11th house is connected to the third eye chakra, according to the ancient Atlantean philosophy, the third eye chakra, as well as the nervous system. And so we can experience Kundalini activations during strong Aquarius energy or during strong Aquarius transits. And with a fixed grand square to the nodes, this energy will be massively magnified. Hello, Sunny. Welcome in. So what are the aspects, the main aspects that are happening with this moon? Here's the most obvious one. The moon is literally a few degrees away from Saturn, which means that this moon is conjunct Saturn. This full moon is conjunct Saturn. It's within orb. It's strong. It's there. Saturn is the lord of time, the lord of karma. He restricts energy. He makes things a little bit challenging. When you learn the Saturn way, you learn the hard way. And the moon, which loves to feel its emotions and like feel its way and understand through its emotions and feeling, Saturn kind of restricts the emotions, so it becomes a bit uncomfortable. So just overall, don't be surprised if you feel uncomfortable, because this is Aquarius. This is a moon conjunct Saturn. All of these things are going to feel uncomfortable just by nature. The next big thing that is happening is you've got basically the nodes at they're going to be at 17 degrees, and they are also opposing. So what this does is it creates this square, and this is what we call literally a grand square in astrology. The crazy thing about this grand square, in general, grand squares create challenges that need to be resolved. So collectively, challenges show up that need to be resolved. The crazy thing about this specific grand square is that if you look at all of the signs that this involves, you've got Leo, you've got Taurus, you've got Aquarius, and you've got Scorpio. Those are all of the fixed signs in astrology. They are also the signs that are found on the major arcana cards, like the Wheel of Fortune and I believe the World card are the two cards in astrology or in tarot that have these four symbols. So Leo is the lion, Taurus is the bull, Aquarius is the man, and Scorpio is the eagle or the scorpion. This is also these four symbols are found in the hieroglyphs etched into the wall at the very end of the Temple of Kom-Ombo in Egypt. And in the ancient Atlantean initiatic path, the Temple of Kom-Ombo was the place where we basically faced our fears. Kom-Ombo is known as the crocodile god. And the crocodile god is also Sobek. His name is Sobek. But anyways, he represents that reptilian energy. He represents like the darkness. And in this temple, you would go chakra by chakra, facing your fears, like facing the fears of the root chakra, facing the fears of the sacral chakra, facing the fears of the solar plexus, and then the heart, and then the throat, the third eye, and then the crown. And when you got to the very end of the temple, everything before that was split into like two separate rooms. So there was like this duality, right? Like the dark and the light. But then when you got to the very end of the temple, it's the only spot that's like one room. It's like united into one space. So now it's like, now there's no more duality in the end. And in the end, there's these four symbols right there on the wall. And you've got Isis at the very top with her wings like spread out. And there's the lion, the bull, the man, and the eagle, or the falcon, or the hawk. All of these things are all connected to these energies. So these energies are very, very important. These are also the four energies that represent the four royal fixed stars. So the royal fixed star of Leo, excuse me, is Regulus, which is the heart of the lion. So in the Leo constellation, we've got Regulus, the heart of the lion. In the Taurus constellation, we have Aldebaran, which is the eye of the bull. In the Aquarius, or more to the lower part of Aquarius, which is the southern fish, you've got, which is the Aquarius constellation pours its water out down this from his hands. He's carrying the vase. It's like the image that I have for the cover of this video. Has the water vase, and it's being poured out, and it pours out down towards his feet, and then there's a river, right? And then the southern fish is like drinking from the water of Aquarius, so it's Fomalhaut. And then in Scorpio, in the constellation of Scorpio, we have Antares, which is the heart of the scorpion. And so these 4 fixed energies also represent the spring, summer, winter, and the fall. Spring, summer. Sorry, I was like in my head, I'm like, that's not in order. Spring, summer, fall, winter. Sorry, that my brain was like, brain fart. What's up, Shay? All right, so spring, summer, fall, winter are these fixed signs, these fixed energies. And whenever you have anything within these fixed energies, you're going to feel like super intense, because the fixed energy it's very stubborn. Like, it is solid. This is like solid energy. So you can't like wiggle out of it. Like, you can't like, like scrub your way out. Like, it's there, and it's strong, and it's intense. And this is why this nodal transit of like North Node Taurus, South Node Scorpio, which are fixed signs, feels so heavy and deep and intense, because they're fixed signs. So the whole time that planets are moving through Leo and Aquarius, you've got these squares to the nodes. And when you have these squares to the nodes, it's like, oh, karma comes up, like karmic release. And then the Lord of karma and time is Saturn, and Saturn is conjunct this moon, and this moon is ruled by Aquarius, but then also Saturn is the co-ruler of Aquarius. Saturn is like the old ruler of Aquarius, which means he kind of co-rules Aquarius. So it's strong Saturn energy right now. And the Saturn energy is, I was just talking to someone about how sometimes you have these moments in life, and these sort of relationships kind of show up, and they really test you, right? It feels like you're being tested. And when you're being tested, and you have to kind of go through that hard, intense energy, it's a big lesson, and it seems like you're learning the hard way. That's the Saturn teacher. So whenever you have someone in your life that you struggle with, that's the Saturn teacher, because the Saturn energy doesn't fuck around. The Saturn energy goes straight to the issue, puts it in your face, and says, figure it out, right? Figure it out. So this is why the heaviness of this moon. Let me check in with the chat, because I know you guys are kind of posting a few comments. Hello, Alan. Welcome in. So right now it's the collective reading. And then at the very end, you guys got to remind me, because I always forget. I'm going to go through all of the individual signs. Yes, where all becomes one. I like that, Shelby. Hello, Raven. Welcome in. Just me, Maria. Welcome. Thank you for being in. Creatrix, welcome in. Anselin says, wow, my sun is in Aquarius and double Leo. Yeah. So if you have any of these signs in your chart, planets in these signs in your chart, you're going to feel the heaviness. What's up, Courtney? Yeah, big karmic stuff. Okay. That explains more for my aqua moon. Yeah. Beatrice? Oh, okay. Oh, thanks, Don. Hi, Beatrice. We love you so much. Literally went through this and finding a rainbow at the other side. Love that, Courtney. I can't even manifest toilet paper. Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, that's just like a little part of it. What else is happening too is that because Mars is over here also in Taurus, this moon is also making a square to Mars. So that's like the friction that says, are you gonna, there's 33 in the chat. Are you gonna take action or not? Like, what are you gonna do about it? You know, it's like, so what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? Like that's that energy, like squaring Mars. Yeah, definitely watch the replay if you missed it, but stay here with us because I'm going to go through a lot of more information. The moon is also making a sextile to Chiron. That's good. Sextiles and trines bring in a bit more of like that harmonious energy. And it says, heal. It's time to heal. Heal yourself. Heal yourself. It starts right here. It starts within. Where can you find, right? Like Courtney said, the rainbow at the end of the, the light at the end of the tunnel. Where can you find that? What is wanting to be healed? And right now I can promise you this is a very personal kind of a healing thing. We're all being tested through the relationships and the situations that are showing up in our lives to find ourselves, to find who we are at the bottom of it all, at the foundation of it all. And because that is the key to changing. And you'll see as we go into the Sabian and Chandra and Jinki that a lot of them talk about how this is it starts from within. Change starts from within. That's a big theme of this moon. Also, look how cool that we are going to have Venus entering Leo exactly on this day. And Venus's relationships in Leo, it's like passion, creativity, fun. Where can you find your best life in terms of relationships? How can you find that thing that you love and you want so bad in relationships? Because that's what we want. With Venus is what we desire. It's to have fun and to have passion and love in our relationships and to have fun. But the challenge is how are we going to step into that? That it really is about who are we and where we're at and how much healing we've done that will reflect who we attract. In the level 2 of the Moon Goddess training right now, we're talking about the Venus sequence, and we just last week went through the sphere of attraction in the Venus sequence, which says basically your dharma determines your karma. And it's so funny. It seems backwards, but what that means is that you have this like destiny path. And to get to that destiny path, you need to go through these certain things so that you are activated. And it's almost like you turn the key, you turn the car on, you turn the ignition on, and it starts going. And you start going towards your destiny, your purpose. And so whatever you attract relationships into your life throughout your whole life, you attract people, and that helps you get a little further. But you attract karma, right? These are karmic relationships that show up that are helping us to move forward into another phase of the journey. And all of that is helping us to get closer and closer and closer to our destiny. And that's why your dharma attracts your karma, and you attract the relationships into your life that are going to teach you the most. And that's why relationships are the main place where we actually do the most growth. And if we're willing to be present with it and really see our own shadows within, we actually have a much better opportunity to actually heal and to move forward. But that's why it all goes back to you, because the relationships, in another way to look at it is like the law of attraction. It's like you attract where you're at, but then you have this opportunity to heal beyond what shows up. Whatever karmic thing shows up for you, have this opportunity to heal beyond it. And it's only when you do that you move forward. Otherwise, you just get stuck repeating the same thing over and over, because what's going to happen is you're like, well, screw this relationship. It's not working. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. But you don't actually do any healing. You don't actually do reflecting. You don't do like shadow work. You don't do any of that. You don't even want to look at it. You almost like you're in denial that there's anything, that you're bringing anything to it, when the reality is that the other person's literally just a mirror of you. So it is you. The other person technically, energetically, is a match to you. So they're there for a reason. And if you're seeing a shadow in them, that is, you're seeing a shadow in yourself. And we totally do not like that. So we end relationships and go, fuck that. Like that person, something like, I don't like that person. They're totally toxic, yada, yada, yada. And then the universe just goes, here's another relationship that matches the same exact energy, that brings up the same exact shit, that tells you, again, this is what you need to work with. And if you're ignoring it and you do it again and you like end the relationship for whatever reason, yada, 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 the universe just brings in the same shit right back until you figure it out that you're the one that needs to heal. Yeah, that was a mic drop right there. And when you turn and when you actually look in the mirror and realize you're looking at a mirror, that's when, you know what I mean? That's when you're like actually accepting that there's healing within yourself that needs to happen. So this is huge. All right, I went off on a freaking tangent there. Mars is very, very close to 26 degrees of Taurus, which is Algol. He's actually going to be officially on 26 degrees on Saturday. Algol is known as the demon star. I talked about this on Monday, and I'm going to make like a video about Mars entering Gemini, because right now he's going to be entering this portal. 26, 27, 28, 29 and 0 Gemini is the portal of the Pleiades. 26 is Algol, the darkness. 0 is Alcyone, the heart of the Pleiades. And the Pleiades is the light. And so it's literally a portal of moving from the darkness to the light. I feel personally attacked. Yeah, people get triggered by shit I say, whatever. I get triggered by the things I say, you know. I'm like, oof, yep, I feel that. Truth is truth. But I love it. It's the only way. So Mars is at this, right at the edge, getting ready to enter this portal that like moves from darkness to light. And that's significant because it tells us that there's a journey here. It's a journey that we're on. It's not just like the moon comes, boom, you feel it and it's done. Like, no, all these things are interconnected. It's like this web of information that ties into like, well, when was the last time there was an Aquarius full moon? Or when was the last time there was an Aquarius new moon? Or what's this Aquarius energy? What are the significant Aquarius transits that have been going on for the last few years? And yada, yada, yada. And it's all interconnected and linked. And when you find those connections, when you become that like detective and you find those connections within astrology or human design or the gene keys or whatever, you see the bigger picture. And that's what Aquarius is all about, bigger picture. So here's Mars getting ready to go through this epic portal. Also at the same time, of course, I already talked about this, but it's a square, you know, it's a square from Saturn and the moon to Mars. That's just intense friction, like, because Mars is drive and motivation. So it's like, what are you going to do about it? That's the energy. And then at the same time, the positive aspect is that Mars is going to be making a trine right now to Pluto. So the intensity and the power is like backing us up. If you're not afraid to see the truth, if you're not afraid to feel the intensity of the moment, you will have the power to like continue to move forward. But you need to be okay with that power, and you need to know how to handle the power. That's that. And then Mars will also be making a sextile to Neptune right over here, which intensifies our intuition to be able to like be on the right channel, to listen to the right messages, to like interpret them. It's easier communication with the other realm, with the higher realms, the higher dimensions, and your spirit guides, angels and teachers. It's kind of like turning the channel and you're like, get the right frequency. That's any kind of trine sextile to Neptune can like attune you to the right frequency, to the right channel that helps you to listen better. So that's basically, in a nutshell, how, you know, astrologically, how intense this moon, yeah, totally, Shelby, totally, is really showing up for us. So let's jump into the Sabian symbol, the Chandra symbol, and then the gene key of this moon to add to everything that I just talked about. But wait, there's more. So here we go. Let me just kind of reconfigure these things on my desk because it starts to get kind of crowded. All right, I'm going to put the books over here. So starting with the Sabian symbol on page 338. By the way, thank you all so much for being here. Please subscribe. Share this video out. Oh, like, everyone needs this information. If you feel called to share, please do. That's how the channel grows. So, 19 degrees of Aquarius. Oh, hey, Beatrice. She's here. Sabian symbol. A luminous dove circles downward. That's the Kundalini. That's the DNA spiral. A luminous tells you it's Uranus energy. A luminous dove circles downwards like the spiral of DNA and comes to light on the outstretched hands of a beautiful woman. Can you see that? I mean, that image is so vivid. A luminous dove circles downwards and comes to light on the outstretched hands of a beautiful woman. Whoa, just feeling that is like, whoa. So what does that mean? The soul as that part of the personality that comes from God on high. Channeling, attending to the message of the Holy Spirit reflected in the still waters of the heart. Meditation and prayers designed to strengthen the bond between man and God. Nurturing one's spiritual side versus betraying it for money, power, or fame. Seeing the lovable divine side of others. Becoming someone's adorable pet. That was kind of funny. Gentle kindness that translates into cuddly adorability. Translating divine love into humane political institutions or utopianism. Hope, the promise of better things to come. Bearing a message of love versus allowing disappointment and anger to harden one's heart. Healing spiritual influences. Clearing a space for the spiritual in one's everyday life. Dude, that's amazing. That's amazing. The Chandra symbol. Chandra symbol. All right, 19 degrees of Aquarius. A fine silk thread strung across a chasm. Inward intention counts for everything. Outward results do not matter. You are dropped into remote places to be a subtle glue, a connecting intelligence just along the inside. Upon the outside, nothing happens. A tenuous sensibility stays tuned to subtle frequencies with celestial dispassion. You are remarkably absent from the daily rough and tumble of what seems to go on around you. Inexplicably and improbably, you indwell on otherness, an alienness which consciously has no idea of what it is doing. But when you are around, other people find that there are blessings, breakthroughs, protections, and odd phenomena adding up to the impression that one is touched by something marvelous and strange. Being an empty vessel, an empty open vessel for the cosmic, and inhabiting foreground consciousness, Not at all. Just being there. Nothing else is asked. So the Sabian symbol talks about opening up the space for the sacred in your life. The Chandra symbol talks about literally opening yourself up for the cosmic, which means that you become that space where the divine and those higher frequencies that we like to connect to just are able to just channel through you. You open the door. You become a portal. You open the door to those energies. And it causes like other people to feel that and to feel the miracles that show up because that energy is being channeled. And so in order to be able to be that channel, you have to be clear and you have to be open. You have to heal because you want to be that open vessel, which means that you can't carry any baggage. And so letting go of that heaviness, the baggage in your life, means that you need to do the inner work, because like this says, nothing is, it doesn't matter what's on the outside, it's what's on the inside. Outward results do not matter. Inward intention counts for everything. A fine silk thread strung across a chasm. The connections, right? It's the connections. It's the web. It's the web. Yeah, right? Right, Dawn? I think we do. The gene key for this moon is the 49th gene key. The book for the Chandra symbols is called Inside Degrees by Elias Longsdale. The book for the Sabian symbols, The Zodiac by Degrees by Martin Goldsmith. They're like little Bibles to me, hitting home up to my psyche core. Amazing books. Okay, and then this third one, which is the one that I recommend the most, The Gene Keys, Embracing Your Higher Purpose by Richard Rudd. Look how big this book is. Okay, this one's the one. This is the one. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Courtney. All right, so the 49th, I'm like a thug. I'm like, The 49th gene key moves from the shadow of reaction to the gift of revolution to the city of rebirth. This is part of a codon ring called the Ring of the Whirlwind. The Ring of the Whirlwind. Oh, you're welcome, Sunny. Oh, let's go to Argentina. Okay. So in these videos, I like to read the city because it's the chapter goes through the shadow and the gift, but I like to read the city because I want to keep it at a high vibe, and I want us to see the possibilities, right? The powerful possibilities in the future. So the 49th city of rebirth. And I'm going to literally read to you this part of the book. The forking of the species. The 49th city represents a huge leap in consciousness because it engenders a state of mystical divorce. Dude, the Leo King has been talking about this. Like, we're divorcing ourselves from what we thought was, we're divorcing ourselves from things that we don't want to be in a relationship with anymore. It engenders a state of mystical divorce. The shift in perspective from the 49th shadow to the 49th gift is vast, but the dimensional shift from the 49th gift to the 49th city is like moving into hyperspace. The very same energy configuration within our DNA allows human beings to kill other life forms actually carries the impetus that will give birth to our total freedom. This is the deep chemical connection between the 55th city and the 49th city. Together, they create a rebirth of freedom or the freedom of rebirth. These two gene keys are bonded together in the codon group known as the Ring of the Whirlwind. It is the 49th city that will rebuild our world after the 49th gift has begun to disassemble it. To understand how this works, one has to see the limitation of the gift state of consciousness. At the gift level, the 49th gift of revolution is still prone to going around in circles. Once we have escaped the vibration of fear, our world will indeed be different. It will improve so greatly and so rapidly that it will make time itself dizzy. But a further secret lurks within our DNA, and its seed is here within you right now. The secret lies in the expression mystical divorce. Revolutions, by the nature of their name, keep coming around. After the coming shift in consciousness, humanity will settle into a new pattern and a totally new cycle. The genetic filtering process that is just beginning will continue for many generations. For a new mutation to take hold of humanity, an immensely complex process has to take place. In genetics, certain genes appear to have an unmistakable effect on our behavior or phenotype, whereas others do not. Such genes are known as penetrant genes. The penetrance of the mutation in the codon ring relating to the 49th and 55th cities will be profound, and human behavioral patterns will shift dramatically. However, the means by which a mutation spreads throughout the entire gene pool of a single species is limited by many factors, among them the presence of recessive genes, genes which effectively slow down the spread of mutation. This suggests that it is highly unlikely such a mutation will overtake the whole human species. The most likely occurrence is that it will split our current species. Whoa. To draw an analogy, it might be helpful to imagine the world 40,000 years ago populated by two different branches of hominid, Neanderthal man and Cro-Magnon man. Cro-Magnon man forms the earliest known branch of Homo sapiens, whereas Neanderthal man is from a far older branch of the species living as far back as 350,000 years ago. For unknown reasons, right, Beatrice? For unknown reasons, the older species, Neanderthal, became extinct. The 49th city conceals an archetype that appears to be a part of all human evolution, that of rebirth. Yeah, exactly. We already see the split. In other words, every once in a while along the evolutionary chain, a new species is born out of the old species. In paleoanthropology, this is known as the Eve theory or single origin hypothesis. However, despite its origins, the new species, like the mythical phoenix, has nothing in common with its parent. I'm getting chills, like full body chills. It rises up out of the genetic material of the old and takes a whole new direction. This is the core of the 49th city. And it is the meaning of the term mystical divorce. Revolutions keep going round at a certain level of frequency. But evolution is a spiral. Remember the dove and the spiral? Evolution is a spiral requiring sudden leaps. At such times, revolution gives way to rebirth. We have seen that the 49th gift is deeply concerned with the socio-political infrastructure of our civilization. The 49th city brings some further insights into this. The first insight is that the world in its current form cannot be fixed. That's an intense word because I would just finish talking about the fixed signs of this full moon. The first insight is that the world in its current form cannot be fixed, no matter how profound or far-reaching the revolution may be. The very bedrock of our modern society is founded upon a species that has always made decisions rooted in fear. In this respect, the whole civilization is rotten from its core. Oh my God. The only way for a new future, Aquarius, to be created is to begin from scratch. The 49th city is harsh in this respect, but its sights are set upon a far distant goal. And that goal can only be accomplished with a new beginning, a rebirth. As this city dawns, a new civilization will be built as the old one continues to crumble. Two types of human beings will coexist, and both will live from a totally different awareness. Chills again. The old genetic fractal of humanity will still live from fear. So they will doubtless fear the changes that they see all around them. One can see the early form of this pattern occurring in the world even now. And he wrote this book, came out in 2015. If all this is really the case, you may wonder, what are we to do as individuals? If such a rebirth is really on the cusp of occurring, and if the future is already genetically predetermined by a collective evolutionary urge, then does it matter what we each do at all? If even the most revolutionary of impulses cannot fix the current world, then what is the purpose of following our gifts? In many ways, this is one of the biggest questions posed by this book. The answer is as simple as it is profound. This evolutionary leap into a whole new way of functioning depends upon us following our gifts. If we cannot create the waves of the new revolution, remember you guys, Moon Goddess training, level 1, the currents, the subconscious currents and the conscious currents. If we cannot create the new waves of the new revolution at all levels of society, then the rebirth that takes place at the zenith of consciousness in the realm of the cities cannot take place. The rebirth is the organic flowering of the revolution. Just because we cannot fix the world as it is does not mean that we cannot make the world a better place. Our vision of the perfect future is precisely what creates the necessary frequency shift that will trigger the genetic forking of our species. It will happen. It will happen because it must happen. But we must still create that happening. This is the paradox. Just as there is an evolutionary force pushing upwards within all matter, so there is an involutionary force working its way down from the realms of spirit. Dude, chills. The dove. From the realms of spirit towards the material plane. The luminous dove that spirals downward and lands on the outstretched hands of a beautiful woman. This is insane. Just as there is an evolutionary force pushing upwards within all matter, so is there an involutionary force making its way down the realms of spirit towards the material plane. We can see this involutionary force clearly in the programming of the partner of the 49th city, which is the 4th city of forgiveness. Forgiveness is an energy frequency working its way down into form, full body chills again, clearing and releasing everything in its path. Dude, I should play my song, I Forgive. The genetic cleansing makes the rebirth of a new species possible. The entire realm of the cities is the realm of rebirth. You cannot attain the Siddhic state of consciousness without being totally reborn. For every human being who has ever arrived at true enlightenment has experienced such a rebirth. The Siddhic state requires both a mystical and genetic divorce from that which came before. This is why those who have attained such states are genetic anomalies during this current stage of evolution. They are the rare flowerings of consciousness that occur as the early echoes of our future work their way down into human form. They force the physical DNA to mutate prematurely in order that human form can accommodate the future awareness. Such is their power. Because you are reading these words, you are potentially one of these early flowerings. Is that not a beautiful thing to ponder? Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Wow. Wow. I told you. This moon though. Damn. Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. You are experiencing this energy in your 11th house, which is the house of the worldview, which is the house of friendships, networks of people, connections, being connected to others. It is the web. It is the link. It is actually a really powerful place to experience this rebirth energy. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. You guys are having a 10th house transit. This is, you need to focus on a rebirth. I'm just going to focus on this rebirth energy. The rebirth, see if I can fix the screen. The rebirth is of your life purpose, of your path. You're stepping into that rebirth energy of your future. Gemini, dang, I don't like how it does that. How about like that? Okay. Gemini, I won't move. Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. You guys are having a 9th house transit. The rebirth is focused on you expanding your mind, expanding your horizons, and going beyond the edge, facing your fears, going beyond the edge, going on the fucking adventure. I just needed to tell myself that. All right. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, 8th house transit. Okay, this is a total rebirth, moving from the shadow to the light, the darkness to the light, releasing, letting go of the old you, embracing the new you, letting go of the old relationships, embracing a new space. It's a complete rebirth in the 8th house. Leo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. You guys are having a 7th house transit. This is a rebirth in your relationships. Focus on your relationships. This is what it's going to bring up for you during this time. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. You guys are having a 6th house transit. So focus on yourself, focus on your body, focus on your health. This is a rebirth in the way you live your life. Bring the spiritual, bring the divine bring the mystical into time, space, reality every single day of your life. Bring the magic right here. Libra, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. You guys are having a 5th house transit. For you, this is about your creativity, your passion, your ability to love, and love from your heart. This is also about children. So this could have to do with your children, or in some way the inner child, the healing of the inner child, Libra. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. You are going through a 4th house transit. This brings up family for you. Family, home, everything that has to do with home, what makes you feel safe and secure, that is home. Many things can be home, not just immediate family. People you live with, what feels like home to you? What's home to you? Just ask yourself that. You'll know. It comes up, like the answer is automatic. That's what this is about for you. It's the rebirth in that energy of home. Aquarius. Come on. Sorry. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. 3rd house, communication, expression, speaking your truth. That's what this moon wants you to focus on. I'm sorry, Sagittarius. I don't know why I said Aquarius. Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. 3rd house. Communication, speaking your truth, sharing your voice, sharing the truth, expressing the truth in any way. What is expression? Through your voice, through your words, through your actions. Expression can be in many, many different ways. That is where the rebirth will happen to you, a new way of you speaking your truth. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. 2nd house, values. What's important to you? How are you going to make and bring in money, abundance to meet the needs that you feel are important to you, that meet the values? This is about you also feeling confident within yourself. And once you find that confidence within yourself, you know and you trust that you know how to bring in that thing in your life that makes you feel safe and secure. It's the confidence that drives the motivation to create. Now we got Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Of course, this is happening in your 1st house. This is your moon. So this is about yourself. This is about your identity. This is about who you are. Who am I and what am I doing here? This is about stepping into your uniqueness, stepping into your individuality, being that rebel to yourself in your life. And last but not least, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. We've got a 12th house transit, which is spirituality, the divine connections, divine understandings. This is about you tapping into your higher self and letting that channel through you. So the intuition is strong in this place. And I love that, Dawn. The intuition is strong in this place, right? And it is about using that intuition, but connecting to those higher frequencies of the world of the cities, of the world of the divine. Super, super powerful. 44 in the chat. Dude, we had 33 and then 44. That is freaking amazing. Oh my God. Okay, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. If you're not in the Starseed membership, please join the Starseed membership. We're going to get together on Sunday and talk about how this is all affecting us. We have a support group, a live event on Zoom on Sunday. Did I say Saturday? I meant Sunday. And you guys want me to sing I Forgive? And so, yes, join us for the Starseed membership. It is so freaking worth it. You get so much more than what I provide here on YouTube, which is also already a lot. I can feel myself have been taped open. Ooh, I love that. So one person wants me to sing I Forgive. Does anybody else want me to sing it? But we're also going to be here tomorrow for our ceremony. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll play it. Let me go grab my little songbook. Oops. So, for those of you that don't know me, I'm also a singer-songwriter. And every new and full moon, I play my songs. But this one matches the energy of this, so we're just going to play it. Let me just make sure my guitar is tuned up. And while I am tuning this, I will tell you that I started actually taking piano lessons again. And I'm practicing this song. Practicing remembering how I used to play it. So much fun on the piano. So this song, I Forgive, I wrote, let's do a little backstory here. I wrote this song during it was the ending of a relationship, and I was really processing. It was one of the most intense, like Saturn relationships, I guess you could have, where I learned so much. It was overwhelming. But in the processing of it and the healing of it, this is what really came through for me in the end. That was the lesson from it. Oh, that's so sweet, Maria. I love that. So thank you guys all for being here. Thank you so much for your support. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it out. And here we go. The song is called I Forgive.
You are both the chains and the freedom. You are both the darkness and the light. I could see your angels and your demons. You are both a mirror and my eyes, my eyes. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know my value. If it wasn't for this, I would still be lost. Isn't it funny how something so damaging can be exactly what you need? So who am I to judge? I see how beautiful you are in your essence, in your journey, in your life. I see no need to change you. You are beautiful, just the way you are. Found in the darkness, the gift to feel. I discover through my pain my power to heal. I realize in my anger, my strength to take action, and I awakened through my despair the courage to never give up. So who am I to judge? Oh, who am I to judge? Oh, am I to judge? Oh, am I to judge? If you listen, if you watch closely, there is no need to repeat your mistakes. Drive the weight, feel the release. You were meant for so much more, but who am I to judge? Oh, am I to judge? Oh, am I to judge? Oh, oh, oh,
All right, everybody. Thanks for making me do that. That was fun. Please release an album, Jai. My future self has already bought it. I know. The funny thing is the whole, album situation it's just been kind of crazy. But I was talking to my husband about it, and this place feels like the right place to record it. And I swear to God, it's been how many years that I've been talking about this, and it's time for sure. But this is the right place. I finally feel like this is the right place. So thank you guys all so much for being here. Thank you for watching this broadcast. And I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week, a powerful full moon. I'll be back tomorrow to talk about to do the full moon ceremony. So if you've never done one of my ceremonies, then show up tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Love you guys and see you next time. Sat Nam.